Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. So in the last part we ventured backwards in time to the point just before we climbed to the top of Yggdrasil to get the Sword of Light. So just before Yggdrasil fell, basically. And so now in this part, basically, we're making that journey once again back to the top of the tree. So we've got to head back through the Arborean highlands, up into the first forest, and then make our way towards Yggdrasil. So yeah, basically, all the enemies that you'll face at this point in the game here, in this area, these are all monsters that you would have faced at the midpoint of the game. So that basically means that there is no point in fighting anything in the first forest really at this point, because their levels are all significantly weaker than you will be, so there's really no point whatsoever in going up against any of them. You should be at a good enough level to be able to take on the bosses that we've got to take on before we unlock everybody's true potential once again, and also get all of our ability, and head into the wider world where all the enemies' levels are now at our level, basically. So yeah, at this point there's really no point in fighting any of these guys. They're all pretty fucking weak, so there's really no point. At this point, though, as well, basically, all of the chests that you opened originally, with all the items inside, basically, they go back to being untouched. So, basically, make sure you go back through the entirety of the first forest and the Arborea Highlands, and make sure that you pick up all the chests that you can as well, because you basically get an extra few items, which are pretty useful because you don't lose them from when you got them the first time round, and now you can just pick them up again, which is it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be able to get more of these items again. Again, the creatures that we'll meet in the first forest are basically the same ones that we met at the midway point of the game, at the kind of the end of the first, basically the end of the first section. It's split up into 3, so basically be around. I think they'll be around the late 20s, early 30s, something like that, and we're in our early 50s. In terms of levels, so at least for us anyway. So yeah, really no point in fighting anything. I thought I'd show it off though. So it's a Mosodon, and because let's just finish this quickly, and there you go. Done. And if you look, yeah, we get 568 experience points. It's nothing really, so there's really no point. Basically, you want to get done with the early story section as quickly as possible, and then once you've got to a point where you've unlocked your character's abilities again, and they've gone back up to around about where they all get up to about your level, then you can wander around and start grinding again. For the true final boss, you want to be around about level 85. We're all quite a way away from that. My first playthrough, I was level 88 when I beat the true final boss. So, yeah, not really an issue. So through we go. Basically, all the enemies are the same. We've got like I say, they're all basically the same level. There's not even any kind of ferocious versions or any new versions of the enemies because you're later in the game. So, yeah. Basically, all you want to do is just find as many chests and items as you possibly can, and just avoid fights whenever you can. That's really it. Yeah, this is me checking. Okay, where's my... Right, okay. Let's go this way. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was thinking, like, is there anything by the waterfall? Fuck. Nothing behind the waterfall. What kind of shitty game is this? So, yeah. Taking a bit of a rest. And I think I popped over this way just to make sure, because I think there's a chest. Yeah, here we are. An ethereal stone, which is good for crafting and stuff like that. It's a crafting item, which is a pretty rare one as well. So it's not a... you know, make sure you get it. So yeah, I've got him. I don't want to fight you. Don't want to fight you, Manticore. So I'll just avoid you for now. Yeah, I think I went. Yeah, I was thinking, is there anything here? No. Alright, let's just move on. Oh, sparkly spot. Did I miss it? Well, shit, I missed it. To be honest, I think at this point I was just like, fuck it. If I miss anything that is really, that I really desperately need, then I'll come back. It's not as if this area is going to be blocked off for good, so... anything up here? No. Alright. Let's head up into the tree. Fuck you, Manticore. And let's climb up the tree. Sorry about that. And up we go. And across. Oh, yes, this was where we fight a bunch of these blue flower kind of assholes. They give... Yeah, I had to do that side quest, I remember. That was a... That took a long time to find the rare mob amongst these assholes. But yeah, basically, we're almost at the point. We're almost done, so let's just keep running. Let's run towards the campsite, and boom. Yeah, so at this point, it gives you the option to skip at this point, because obviously, we've seen these cutscenes before. Basically, they play the exact same cutscenes at this point in the game as they appeared in, you know, at the end of Act 1. So, yeah, you could skip these if you want, but I think it's kind of a... like, I feel it's kind of a nice little thing to watch again, because, you know, it's been literally like 30-odd hours of game time since you've last watched these cutscenes and last saw these cutscenes play out. And so it's kind of interesting to kind of watch them again and to see what, you know, to see... You kind of see them with, like, you know... Having gone through the game, you kind of see them with a fresh set of eyes, and you kind of see how...
Serena, why don't you play that song? You know, the one you always used to play when we were
so, you know, it's
children.
stuff like, you know... Serena playing the song, which is, you know, which was... you know, a very important song. You know, because this was the song which she used to get rid of Jasper's illusion that he created of, like, the evil Veronica. So it's kind of nice to see that. You can see who I'm not using, by the way.
There's some kind of heart in there that all life comes from.
Because, you know, Serena's in the normal clothes, Veronica's in the normal clothes, and so is Eric. Then there's me in my Japanese-style armour, and Jade in a kind of princess dress kind of thing. Yeah. Kind of tell who I'm using at the moment in my party.
think if we can beat him, my father will go back to how he once was.
We know this already. Because we've seen it happen. Of course, this is a bit more meaning as well.
Too, Veronica.
And Veronica's like, no, I don't know how to play.
No. The High Priest gave it to me.
He said it would help us. Belonged to ancestor Serenica, she left it behind in Arborea. So, yeah, and we know the reason why Serenica left it behind in Arborea, because it was used to call Cetacea. So, yeah, it's kind of cool seeing these things with a bit more of a, you know, because we've technically gone farther in the game, if you know what I mean, so farther in the story. So you kind of know, you can kind of tell what is going on with these, if you know what I mean. There's a bit more of a... Yeah, the player understands their significance, even if the people speaking don't. The characters don't.
I don't know. You've always been a bit slow.
Yeah, and this line here, it does hit a bit harder after you know, Yggdrasil had fell and Veronica had passed away. Her comment about, you know, Serena always being a bit slow, it kind of it kind of hits a little bit harder. Something else you know, and I think it's also a kind of thing of giving the player a bit more of a reason to continue on with this along this line, you know, to make sure that Veronica and Serena can stay together this time.
Well, there's no mistaking it. This is the altar.
What gave it away?
You're not wrong there. Go on, laddie. Get the
And of course,
odds
we've
out.
seen this cutscene as well.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
So yeah, it's kind of interesting. We get to see all the cutscenes play out as they do, and then when we get to the cutscenes that we see at the top of Yggdrasil, when we get to see those, that is when things start to change a bit, and we kind of everything starts to go in a different direction at that point. Time for Rainbow Road, baby. Man. I'm so fucking excited that Dragon Quest III, the HD 2D remake, has finally got a release date. It's coming out in November 2024. So, yeah, I'm so fucking excited to play that game. I'm so excited. It looks so gorgeous. Also playing this, it gets me in the mood, you know, it gets me excited for DQ16 whenever the fuck that happens. Sorry, DQ12. What the fuck am I talking about? Dragon Quest 12 whenever that comes out. Hopefully it's still going to come out. Time for us to move on. So yeah, now it comes the time when the cutscenes are now going to start to diverge from what we've seen in the past. That's a dose of superior medicine. I wonder if that's an omen, a bad omen. Sorry about that. Yeah, that well there is the way down, so you can get all the way down to the bottom of the bottom part of the tree again, if you want to do that. No reason at this point. So let's climb up. Yeah, we've got, I think there's like one or two more sparkly spots, yeah, to grab, and then we can head and continue with the main story again. Do I not see it? Thank you. I'm glad I actually saw it. Fucking hell. I never realised actually you get quite a lot of healing items just outside of this area. Here we are, the World Tree, Heart of Yggdrasil. So yeah, this cutscene starts off. As you can see, you can't skip this one.
It's strange. I feel like I've been here before.
So yeah, the cutscene
What you mean? It's
weirdly familiar, which actually makes more sense now this time than when we first played this part.
I guess that makes sense.
Because we have been here before. But anyway. Savando, don't touch.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah, can't skip this cutscene because, you know, this is where things change.
Aye, and so it should. I doubt the World Tree would let any but the one who bears her mark near her holiest of holies.
Yep, definitely makes sense.
Only
Oh my
he
god,
can
I really
wield
like this design.
the spell of the dark
This is such a gorgeous design for a weapon.
sword of light.
I always love the Sword of Light.
Now, laddie,
We can also get there's an even more powerful version that we can get in this part of the game. We get it as, I think we get it later on. We get it as like a weapon thing, like a what's the word? It's a recipe book, and it allows us to make the Super Sword of Light, which is really fucking badass. Time for us to pick up the sword. Now, you remember this time? Yeah, we remember that this is the point where Jasper comes in like a fucking prick. Yep. And our sword is reacting. Look at how big that fucking thing is. It's bigger than our entire body. Yep. Fuck you, Jasper. You piece of shit.
How in the... Damn you, Jasper. How did you find us?
Here's where the story changes a little bit.
Find you? Did you witless vermin not realize I was following you all along?
You're such an arrogant prick. So yeah, everything's going as it
What was
did
that?
previously, with Jasper having the
Princess, such
the
boorish behavior.
the
Hardly
dark orb,
fits
so that
with
he
your
can be
station.
protected from all attacks.
Do you not see that you are utterly
Problem is, this
powerless to
time,
stop me?
problem for him anyway, this time we actually have a way of getting through his defenses this time. Because of our sword, we can actually break through his defenses this time.
Repelled. But
Nice.
how? Wait. That sword. Very impressive. But it will take more than a showy new weapon to defeat me.
Yeah, sure thing, Jasper.
Come, Luminary.
So yeah, this time, it's time for us to have an actual fight with Jasper this time.
Show me
And
your place of death.
to be honest, the fight with Jasper, you're not really going to have much issue. The biggest problem that you've got is that obviously you're level 50s, and then everybody else is like the mid to late 30s. So obviously they're going to cause a lot less damage, unfortunately. And there are certain things like, for example, what's her face? Jade doesn't have her, her super powerful abilities anymore, so she can't like buff herself and cause a lot of serious damage. What am I thinking here? What was I thinking here at this point? Oh, was I going to cast Dazzle? No? What was I thinking? I can't remember what I was thinking at this point.
Perhaps this will help.
Okay, boost everybody's defense. Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, Jasper hits pretty fucking hard. The thing is though, his defenses are not, they're not super strong. Like, as you can see, we've already got him down to orange health after one set of attacks. So yeah, he's not that difficult. So he's orange now, so the biggest problem you will have is if he decides to attack one of the other characters. You know, if he decides to attack, especially Veronica or Serena, look at that, it causes so much goddamn damage. So you just want to have have the hero be the main damage dealer, and Jasper will go down fairly easily. So yeah, that's it. We're done with this part, so join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we're going to be... we have now defeated Jasper, so now it's up to us to get the Sword of Light, find Mordegon, and kill him off once and for all before shit goes south. So yeah, see you next time.